You're switching between 5 different repositories today: a front-end, a back-end, a shared library, an infrastructure repo, and a mobile app. Every time you switch, you have to rebuild Claude's context from scratch. There's a better way. Hey everyone! One of the biggest friction points in professional development is working across multiple repositories or projects simultaneously. Claude Code's project management features are built to solve exactly this. Today I'll show you how to set up persistent project contexts, jump between them without losing your place, and even have Claude work across repos at the same time. Every repository should have its own CLAUDE.md at the root. This is the anchor for project-level context: what this repo is, how to run it, its conventions, its dependencies on other repos. When you switch to a repo, Claude reads this file first and immediately knows the terrain. For a microservices architecture, each service has its own CLAUDE.md describing what it does, what ports it runs on, and what other services it talks to. Claude can then reason about cross-service interactions without you explaining the architecture every time. For frequently combined repositories, like a front-end and back-end that are always deployed together, create a workspace directory above both repos. Put a Claude.md in the workspace with an overview of the full stack. When you launch Claude Code from the workspace, it can see all repos as subdirectories. This is especially powerful for full-stack changes that touch both the API and the client simultaneously. Beyond Claude.md, you can maintain project-specific memory files for knowledge that evolves over time. Things like which features are in progress, what technical debt exists, decisions that were made and why. Unlike Claude.md, which is static documentation, project memories are updated dynamically as work progresses. Set up a folder /claude/projects/memory/ for each active project. Drop structured markdown files there with ongoing project notes. Claude loads them automatically when working in that project context. The most common mistake: starting a new conversation about repo B while still in repo A's directory. Claude will try to apply repo B context to repo A's files and get confused. Always navigate to the repo directory first, then start or resume your Claude Code session. The working directory is the anchor for context. For frequent context switches, keep a list of short descriptions in your Claude.md that orient Claude quickly. This is the payments service. It talks to the auth service on port 3001 and the notification service on port 3002. For changes that span multiple repositories, say, updating a shared API contract, use subagents with worktree isolation. The leader agent understands the full change, then spawns one subagent per repo to implement the changes independently. Results are reviewed by the leader and reported together. You approve the plan, watch the execution, and review a unified summary instead of jumping between repos manually. Create a Claude.md template you paste into every new repo. Include sections for what this is, how to run it locally, key directories, testing commands, deployment notes, and team conventions. Filling this in when you create the repo pays dividends for every future session. A good template takes 5 minutes and saves 10 minutes per session. Professional development is multi-repo by nature. The developers who get the most out of Claude Code are the ones who invest in setting up their project contexts properly. 10 minutes of Claude.md setup per repo, and every